Carolina Liar is a pretty crazy band in the sense that I grew up in South Carolina, then moved to LA, and then from LA I did the normal thing where you go to Sweden to find the right band. Max Martin had heard a demo of a song we have called Coming to Terms, and when he heard that he told us that, and he's a friend of ours, it wasn't like one of those like magic things where somehow Max got the song, he was a buddy. He heard that song and said if we could write 2 more songs like that one, he would see what he could do. He flew me over. He's like, at that point, you just got to get out of LA and come over to Sweden and do this thing the right way. There, I lived in Stockholm for about 9 months. Through Martin, he was cool enough to just basically let us make the first record. So he had his own studio and everything. So we did something that wasn't necessarily traditional for bands. We made our own record, and then we licensed it to a major, which gave us some different kind of options.
It was me and you.
Like the vocals for Show Me What I'm Looking For and the guitar, a lot of the guitars were done in a home studio. Stuff that we did on Pro Tools, probably at the time might have been like Pro Tools 8. We used Sony Acid Pro for a bunch of the tracks, and yeah, and that's like, that's a lot of the stuff that ended up being on the record. When we eventually went to a major room, well, we just dropped everything into like a Neve desk, I think is what we used. You know, just some really nice distressors and those kind of things to kind of boost the signal and stuff. But really, that first record was done half home studio and half major room. For the second record, we did a lot of the stuff out of GarageBand. We just recorded things directly into the computer and bounced it back into a regular Pro Tools system later. Just made WAV files and used that. It works fine. We have a new record out now that we're touring with Kelly Clarkson and the Fray on. The album is called Wild Bliss Freedom. This particular tour has been, one of those ones where I don't think in any way, shape, or form we'll ever forget it, because these people, as big as they are, as big as Kelly is, the same thing with the Fray, they're the nicest people in the world. And there's this weird kind of hippie community that kind of exists with that whole group of everybody working between the bus drivers and the crew and all that. And you get into a position where you can be a part of a community like that. It's probably the best way to figure out how to tour rather than, get caught up in trying to be a rock star. The best advice, if I would have learned, if somebody would have told me, what I've seen in the last couple of years, and what I learned was just, you're only as good as the moment that you're in. I mean, it's a real job, and it's a gift to get to do it, to be able to be kind of a creative weirdo out in the world. So treat it that way, just work every single day. Treat it like, something you really love and respect.
You messed me up, I know we knew it's me and you.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.